Chilly down. Hey guys, what's up? It's Zipper9 here. I don't know why this is on the left side. This is usually in the middle. Um, we're back for the NR2003 ShopRite series, the 2005 season. Today is the MBNA America 400 at Dover. Right, that's the wrong thing. But actually, speaking of which, if you guys aren't on the Discord server and you want to be in it, comment down below and I'll give you the link because this is actually a exclusive series we only do on the Discord server that you get to witness me live do it on a voice chat. It's basically literally every single track with a whole bunch of cringy modded tracks. As you can tell, there's a lot of fun stuff here that you otherwise will not see in the ShopRite series. But anyway, the MBNA America 400 at Dover. 80 laps. The point standings right now, Eric Drew leads by 51. Smith and Drew tied in points yesterday in the last race in the Coke 600, so there was no points change for those two. Gavin Groku fell back a ton, and yeah. So let's see what's gonna happen. Here's everybody else. And let's get started. Oh my gosh, real quick. Let's just take a look. It's been 12 races. Josh Turner in the 42. Oh, wow. So 36th place Aiden Johnson is 3 points positions ahead of Josh Turner, who's the lowest full-timer. He's over 100 points out of that 36th spot. That is ridiculous. 5 DNS, 1 lap led, 1 top 10. Like these three guys are in front of the 42 and they've made way less races. 8, 9, and 7. Anyway, here we go. Dover that only fields 39 cars, by the way, so we're bound to see some cringe. Well, not
Drivers, to your cars.
really. Yo, the 29 DNQ. Anyone else weird? The 45 is dead, pretty bad. Anyone else? I always forget the numbers. I don't know why. I don't think so. The 28. By the way, the 28 car's only in super speedways now. Anyway, the pole. Christopher Abel gets his first pole of 2005 at Dover, which was actually the site of his last win to date, which came in the other Dover race last year that he's won 2 years in a row. Kenny Rack last. Over Eric Drew and Aaron Abel. Josh Turner fifth. Okay. All right, is this where Christopher Abel is going to begin his resurgence to prominence after having probably the worst first quarter I've ever seen? After winning the championship, bro was as low as 33rd in the standings or something like that. All right. Speaking of which, where's the other than Asher Byron? Pretty much all the contenders from last year had a good qualifying run. Jerry Smith and Grogu qualified really badly. As the green flag comes out, Christopher Abel's going to have the lead over Eric Drew, who's going to have an inside lane all to himself. As Aaron Abel, who continues to qualify up front, probably has the best average starting spot of all freaking time, he's in third. Josh Turner moved up to fourth. He's going to stay behind the 14. Art going to go to the inside of Pep Drew here for fifth, potentially. No, he did not get there. Make sure nobody dies, because that's also a pretty big thing that happens. No one hits the wall coming off two. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting. Racing 3 wide toward the back of the pack. We're actually in the midsection. It's Christopher Abel now after lap 2. Fastest lap after that was Chris, but I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna change sooner or later. Once everyone gets spread out. Jerry Smith falling all the way to the back of the pack. Look at that. Jerry Drive running in last. I mean, not for long, but here comes Smith all the way back in like 40th. Well, actually 39th is last place, so this is like 37th. He's got to get out of there. Same with Jet Meme up back here. So some guys that are doing decent this season. Landon Weeks back here too. I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Jerry Smith is at 38th place, and now he's going to get to the inside. Jim Sales was last there. Tom Sloan fell back. He qualified in the high groove. I remember that. All right, now they're starting to run away. Cameron Regal having a good run in 8th place. He's definitely improved this year compared to his rookie season last year. Josh Turner reeling in that 14 car. Could he have a resurgence to his career after 2 races of memorability and memorable performances? He's kind of been irrelevant this series in these last 2 seasons. Rutherford qualified up front, I think, and he's fallen pretty far back. Yeah, look, pretty back, further back. Ninth and 10th and back are pretty far back. As Eric Drew's half a second behind Christopher Abel, but they're pretty far ahead of 3rd place. And Jerry Smith looking to lose 1,000,000 points. I mean, he passed a pretty decent amount of cars. He's up to 29th. He's gonna get around Asher Byron here in the 6th. Um, So yeah, this 3rd through 9th are in a pretty decent pack of their own. They're pretty close together. 2nd is trying to catch the 1st. The leading rookie, by the way, in case you have not noticed, because rookies this year have been not that dominant compared to these last 2 seasons. Lenny Carson in the 43 is actually the highest rookie in points heading into this race, sitting 25th in the standings, while the lowest one entering this race was Vernon Davis, who I believe is 38th or 39th, but the 13 has not made all the races. Look at Rutherford. Oh my goodness. He would qualify like 15th or so. He's outside the top 30 already. Jerry Smith still continuing to gain spots along with the 20 car. Josh Turner looking to the inside of the 14 now that he has the 12 behind him. The 18 continuing to gain time on the 97. Go on board with Lolozar here running 6th. Zhong Zena in the 0 has the fastest lap. He's actually behind Aris. There goes Noel to the inside of the 42 to take that 4th spot, and looks like, oh, there's a spin on track, or there was a spin on track. No caution though. I didn't see the caution lights. It was Ricardo Vega in car number 23. Him and Lenny Cars. Looks like Asher Byron gets into the 23, and the 43 had nowhere to go, and around they both went. And the teammates of Byron and Jet Meme almost turned themselves around. Just check the 23 and 43 here. Good job getting back going quickly before the caution. Let's just check out Jet Meme, who's running in last place, and look at how him and his teammate almost collide and wreck each other. Good job by those guys for not finishing the job of that. Carson comes into pit road, Vega as well. But it looks like Byron and Meme didn't really lose that much time, as they already got around Kenny Rack. All right, look at this pack battling for 4th place. Zena got up to 3rd, and now Turner's back up to his 4th place position that he wasn't originally. And look at all these guys. Reese Brown coming into this mix as well. Oh, and they're wrecking! Around goes Noel, and the caution's out. Reese Brown getting damaged. Sergi Thompson involved with a big hit, and that's going to cause it. And Jerry Smith nowhere to go. Tom Sloan as well. Big crash at Dover. Oh, no. That's a bad one. Oh, they're still wrecking. Jerry doesn't look... he has a lot of damage. Oh, they're still racing back to the line. Oh, man, that took out a lot of good race cars. And it sucks for Smith. He's probably not going to gain any points. Now everyone's coming in to pit road. Whoa, Byron almost hit the pit wall. Vega almost hit the pit wall. They're going to come in. I'll check out the replay once the pit cycle's over. But dang. Reese Brown, I was just commented, and then bro wrecked immediately afterward. Sergi Thompson was having a good run. He's not going to gain any points. That's going to suck for him. Anyways, they all enter pit road. On lap 16 or 17, the caution came out. So it's going to be key. This pit stop is going to be key. Here, now everyone's racing back, and now they have to come in. These guys looking like identical pit stops right here. Look at that. The 12 is dead. Now everyone came in before. Eric Drew's gonna win off pit road. Josh Turner's second, I think. Chris got third. No way Josh Turner is second right now. What the actual heck? Grogu with no hood. The points battle is gone. The points battle is dead. Rest in peace. Got a few more cars in pit road. Looks like Jerry Smith trying to get that Home Depot Dodge back out on the racetrack. Everyone here looks like they got damage. I see Reese Brown, Jerry Drive, Rutherford, and Sloan. There goes the 77. All right, are you guys going to get lapped? Drive is going to get lapped. Jerry Drive is going to be a lap car. Is Tom Sloan going to get back on track? I don't think so. He's going to get lapped at this. Right, yeah, there he goes. Tom Sloan lapped. Jerry Drive comes out too late. So these two are going to be lappers right here. Now let's check out what happened to that lead. Oh, these guys are going to be on the tail end. So let's go to... All right, look at how big they gained such a big amount of time. And as they come off two right here, what was it? It was the 14 getting loose down into the 12 car, and he had nowhere to go, and that's a bad hit for the 21 right there. The 2 did a good job at slowing down to avoid his teammate. And then, of course, I think the 12 got drilled right after. Let's check out what happened. Yep, the 49 got into the 99 and completely dumped them. What the actual heck was that? Alright, and once again, let's check out what happened to the Reese Brown. Even though we saw that, let's just check that out once again. Oh, Lolo's Art got into Abel, and around they went. And yeah, Pep Drew just had nowhere to go and could not... Oh, the 2 actually slammed into the 5. Never mind about the avoidance. And look, Rutherford kind of spun out there after bumping into the 49, but other than that, he looks good. I mean, good for Meme and Byron if they're still around because they had spun already on their own. Here's Lenny Carson and Ricardo Vega as well being lap cars. They're going to go green this time by... I don't know if the 4's done. 21. No, the 4 is still there. Now Landon Weeks is apparently the leader. Wait, what? Oh, those guys must have stayed out after they... So Landon Weeks is actually your leader. Asher Byron in second. Vernon Davis third. Wow, I guess those guys stayed out under caution. That's actually going to be troublesome for these guys in the back because they're going to have to deal with these slow cars that are probably going to be slow in Jerry Drive, Vega, and Lenny Carson. So the 86 is your leader. Tom Sloan is actually just now coming off pit road. So he'll do his best to come back on to... So we got a few cars gone. But Landon Weeks is going to lead us to the green. He is followed by the inaugural series champion Asher Byron. And then rookie Vernon Davis in third, followed by Eric Drew and Josh Turner, the rest of your top 5. The 18, 11, 0, 14, 8, the rest of your top 10. Green flag comes out for Landon Weeks, who is going to hold the lead. And yes, that bottom group was extremely slow. Those guys are going to get around, and Vernon Davis is going to get past immediately. And Eric Drew is going to start on his hunt for catching those top 2 cars. As they got separated a little bit, that 43 is extremely slow. And Asher Byron going to challenge for the lead. He's going to go to the inside of the 86. Here comes Eric Drew coming in fast. Can Byron hold the lead? Oh, no. The 97's way faster. Byron's not even going to get a chance to lead a lap. Eric Drew is going to take the lead this time. Landon Weeks going to try to get second, but here comes Chris. Chris going to come in hot as well. He's not going to get to the inside, so now this is Drew's chance to pull away. Vernon Davis extremely slow. He's already getting shuffled back. So now they're starting to catch those those 2 slow leaders that were there before. And now Zena's going to get into the inside of the 42 to take third place. And now Chris has to hunt down a second of Eric Drew in the coming laps. So Vernon Davis got completely cycled out, and so did the 99. Jerry Smith slow. So Tom Sloan is slow as well. Jojo, whenever he makes a race, completely does extremely well for some reason. Byron trying his best to stay up front, but he's just now gonna fall outside the top 10. And yep. Oh, Kenny. Oh, that was close. Look at Gavin Grogu doing decent without a hood. Now Eric Drew's got a first second lead on Christopher Abel. And Eric Drew looking to add to his 51-point lead entering this race. He's probably over a race because of how bad Smith is doing right now. And the 20 is nowhere to be seen as well. Those were the only two, I believe, the only two within a race of the lead. Adam Beverly up to fifth place. Some good underdogs up in this top 10, but of course the 97, 18, and 0 are running away as the 18's actually losing time. Similar to how he was gaining time on what's his name? Drew. James Carson up into the top 10 as well. Look at Tom Sloan gonna get around freaking Jerry Smith. What? Zena's still with the fastest lap. BPG actually had swept the top 2 fastest laps. Smith had the 20th. And Fred had the... Where's the 2? 15. So 0, 1, 2, 15, and 20. Alright, so Zena has been reeled in by Chris. Chris has been reeled in by Zena, excuse me. It looks like Turner fell all the way back to 8th, and Beverly's up to 4th. Almost 3 seconds back. Jimmy Reed, he had left side damage from that wreck. And here he is back up into the top 10, passing some cars. Zena trying to get around Chris. Are they gaining anything? No, they're not. So, the 97 is just simply too good. Oh, but he is catching a lapper. I don't think he's going to do anything, though. Because of the timing. Yeah, he's going to pass him before turn number 1. Drew to the inside of Jerry Smith easily. As Zena continuing to try to get around Chris. Now he's going to go to the inside just as they're about to catch the 24. So the 18's probably going to still hold second. No, Zena's going to take second. They're going to try to split him. They're going to split. Oh, that is the Zero's teammate anyway. So smart move by Smith to get out of the way to give the Zero a lane. And now even though they lose time, Zena's going to try to catch Eric Drew. And now everyone else is catching the 24. Gets around Tom Sloan as well, so everyone's just laying over for the 97, I guess. I guess that's just how it's gonna be. So Jetmeme recovering from that bad run in the beginning and nearly getting caught up in the accident that didn't cause the caution. He's back up to 16th, so good recovery for him. We still got a long way to go. It's only lap 33, about to be 34, and now it's 34. Now Zena gets around Sloan. He is catching him. He gained a 10th that lap, so let's see if he can maintain that momentum. Adam Beverly closing in heavily on Christopher Abel for 3rd, but he's going to get halted by the 4. But the 4 isn't as slow as the 24 was, so it's probably not going to be that much of a hindrance. Here comes James Carson looking to the inside of Josh Turner to take what is 8th place, and he's getting pushed by the number 8 car of Lolo's Art. They are catching those 3 extremely slow cars of the 86, 13, and 99 that were actually up front earlier. The 99 was a lapper, but the 13 and the 86 were actually up in front of the 97 at one point. So was the 6, but the 6 and 43 weren't as slow. Rutherford chilling in 25th, and now everyone's cycling. Almost everyone cycled the 24 out. And Zena is gaining a little bit. Not that much, though. But you could see there that the 97 is catching that group in front of them. And now that Vernon Davis is stuck on the high groove, it's going to be even worse. Yeah, look how close he is. That could be Zena's chance to pounce if they do block him. And they're not going nearly as slow as the 24 and the 4 were, even though they were pretty slow. As here comes Vernon and Eric Drew catching up to the 13 of Vernon Davis, who was running third on that restart, but now he's going to block the 97. And now the 97 is going to get around him. No, he's still behind him. Here comes the 0. Now he's going to get to the inside, but look at how much time he gained there. 1.6 to 1 second flat, pretty much. But now, is he going to hold up the 0? He might. Yeah, he's definitely going to hold him up. So, oh, but look at these two. Can he get around him easily? Who's going to get around them first? Drive. There goes Drew. Chris and Beverly are coming. So the 0's still gaining, and now we got Weeks in front. He's going to get around the 86. Oh, we got to check up a little bit there. Oh, and the wall goes the 86. All right, the 0 got around Weeks. He was the slower one of the two, and Drive is looking like he's laying off. Drive laid off on Xena there. And here comes the bigger group. They're coming. JoJo fell a little bit out of that group, but he could catch up with Weeks, yeah. And now Drew has got a side-by-side battle in front of him. Lenny Carson and Asher Byron. The 43 completely checked up on Drew, and here comes Xena. As soon as they pass the halfway point, Xena right on the back bumper with one more pit stop to go. And now Asher Byron's going to be the one blocking Drew. But Xena's already on the back bumper. The damage was already done. Here comes Xena to the inside. Oh, Drew also went there to block. Oh, Drew, what a block. Oh, man. Byron had to completely slow down there. Very aggressive move by Eric Drew, but it's not going to work. Jung Xena takes the lead on lap 41. On lap 42. As now third place, Christopher Abel starting to pass some cars. They're coming. By the way, speaking of which, I don't know. I mean, this is completely off topic, but the 25 of Jim Sales, when he won at Richmond, I said during the race at the end that it was a 73 race winless streak. I was wrong. It was actually a 71 race winless streak because I forgot he had 2 DNQs last year. Byron and Smith come into pit, and so did Weeks. So now these guys are on worn tires, and Vernon Davis coming back out. Watch out. That's going to mess up Chris. And Drew's going to go back for the lead. Who's going to get the lead when they pit? That's going to be key coming into the pit stop. Vernon now on fresh tires is going to pass these leaders, which is also going to be an issue. If Vernon can get around Xena on the backstretch, it will be better than getting passed on the straightaway. I mean, getting passed on the turn. But no, he's going to stay behind and push Xena. Interesting move. Jimmy Reed back up is going to move to third, by the way. Drive, Anderson almost slid up on Drive there, and JoJo's going to come back to that. Look at Jet Meme already up into the top 10 after that horrible run in the beginning. Good job. The 13 going to get around the 0, and Asher Byron coming out in front of the 97. Here comes Davis to the inside. He's going to fly by Eric, but now Xena's going to get that little bit of momentum to stay on the back bumper. Drew has not gotten a single win this season, but he's been close so many times. Xena has a win in his career. He got one last year at Texas, where he almost won, by the way, this year before getting dumped on the final lap. Yeah, but Drew has 10 wins to Xena's 1. Those guys, even though that lap traffic is messing with those two leaders, the cars behind them are just not closing in more than like a second and a half. And they just got to wait for the pit cycle. The guys running like sub 20th completely fell off. Looks like James Carson, he was running in the top 10. He fell outside the top 15. Maybe outside the top 20 if he continues to get past. So Xena's staying on the back bumper of Eric Drew, and he's going to wait to make his move. Remember, Xena has the fastest car. He has the fast lap of the race. Drew has the 4th fast lap. So these guys are almost on the same level of speed. Of course, they got some cars in front of him. Jerry Smith is extremely slow, and even though he pit, he's still way off the pace, I'm pretty sure. Now he's running around their pace that they're on worn tires and Smith's on fresh. So Zena's just right there. Go on board with the zero. When's he gonna make his move? He already got the bonus points for leading the lap. I think Drew's already led like 20 or something. Yeah, Reed is over a second and a half. Like he's almost 2 seconds, so he's not gaining anything. That 48 car. Eric Drew almost got the win in this race last year, but I believe he finished second to Fred. I don't know. I know it was to Fred, but I don't know if he finished second or somewhere further than the top 5. As the zero lost some time there, as they're on lap 52 of 80. Landed Weeks now. He's one of the guys that pit early. The defending winner of this race is running in 16th. Smith gonna get around Sloan, so Sloan is probably the next one that's gonna be a hindrance to those leaders. If they catch him before the pit stop, they're running like, whoa, they're going super slow. They're that slow, man. 1 to 35 through the 23.5 to 22.8. There goes Rutherford coming in. And looks like Eric Drew's gonna come in. No, he's not. I don't know why the zero went high. That was weird. Very strange indeed. 23.6, 22.6. Yeah, so the fresh tires are a second faster than the Warns. As look how much he's closing in. No one else came in. Jet Meme gonna go for 7th place. Again, great recovery on how he was running last before the wreck that happened that didn't cause the caution, and then he of course gained a whole bunch of spots when the caution did come out for that wreck like 40 laps ago. And here comes Weeks. Oh, the back bumper of Eric Drew. Yeah, Zena's lost a considerable amount of time. Rutherford coming out. Not going to be an issue to those top 2 though. Weeks pushing the 97. That's funny. 24.5, dude. Landon, are you going to pass him? Hello? Are you just going to push him? There he goes. He's going to pass him now. Okay. Look how easily he passed him. He just disposed of him. And now it looks like this is when the bigger groups start coming in. The clusters of cars coming in. JoJo's just barely in the top 10 now. Anderson looking for 4th. Jimmy Reed coming in. And did that mean Eric Drew did come in, but Zena did not? So Zena is still running up in the lead. So which one? The undercut or the overcut? I don't know which one's going to work. It's going to be interesting to see which one has the better outcome. Jet Meme, by the way, keep an eye on this 17 car, man. He's had a really good run. He was in last, and now he's up into the top 5. Of course, after the overcut, but like still, watch out on that 17 car, man. Keep an eye on him. So they're gonna have just over 20 laps on these tires. There goes the 97 coming out, almost hitting the 57 of Kenny Rack, by the way. And now the zero has to have a really fast pit stop. Undercut or overcut? Is he going to go 4 tires? Yes, it's a 4-tire stop. So I think the 97 is going to benefit. I think the 97 is going to benefit. There goes Zena. I don't know, man. I think Drew is going to benefit from that pit stop. The undercut, I believe, might have worked. Yep, there he goes. He's gone. Way ahead. No one has been scored as having another lap led, at least. So Eric Drew may be the leader. Jimmy Reed had a better pit stop. Zena completely fell hard and flat on his face. So let's see who's going to be scored the leader. Anyone weird? Nope, it's Drew. Eric Drew is your leader on lap 60. Jimmy Reed, 2.5 seconds back. Jerry Drive is running 25 twos. Oh my goodness. Okay, now he's pitting. But now Drew's got all these cars in front of him, but I don't know if they're going to be that much of a hindrance to the 48. The 48 was never able to close in when it was just Zena and Drew, but Let's see what happens. 3-second gap. Drew Smith has had a terrible run. He's gonna get lapped again. Yeah, look at the 0. Oh, he's gonna get turned! Oh, almost got turned by the 9 of Harris Wales. Oh my goodness. Oh my, please. Oh gosh. Yeah, so Wales moved up to third with that ridiculous, almost dump. JoJo is gonna move almost into the top 5. Almost. The 97 is gaining time, but not enough. Very interesting. Asher Byron is actually running 14th, so that's actually not that bad. Gavin Grogu having an impressive 13th place run right now with no hood. Calvin Braun's in the top 10. So all the cars have been only 6 cars actually were out of the race due to that accident. It felt like way more, but of course that's not what was supposed to happen. Now, 3.5 seconds. Are we witnessing Eric Drew's potential first win of the season? He has 0 wins, 6 top 5s, and 8 top 10s heading into this race in 12 races. No one else, I believe, has more than 5 or 6 top 10s. He's been close to so many victories. Could we finally see a win today in 2005, or is he going to get stolen from him like it has been so many times? Harris Wales 6 seconds out of the lead, 3 seconds. So Reed is just kind of existing on his own, dude. 3.5 second gap. Side by side here. Josh Turner was running in the top 5 for so long and then in the top 10. Bro's outside the top 20. What is this man doing? Gets around Vernon Davis, the 97 does. I don't know why I said it in that order. Very strange. Very strange indeed. Ammo Motorsports having a good run with Kelvin Bronze in 9th and Rob Rhodey in 11th. The 14 is a lap car. Oh, what the heck is this checkup? So now Weeks and those guys are the slow boys, and Harris Wales has been reeled in by Xena, Chris Anderson, and maybe the 10 and 17 if they continue to halt them. The 99 is a lap car. Yeah, they're, oh my gosh, 8 seconds out of the lead. Reed is just stuck at 3.5. Well, the 48 was involved in that wreck, so it's good that he's running in second, just he's not 100%. So Xena takes back third, Anderson up to fourth, with just over 10 laps to go, 11. Oh, there it is! There's the wreck. Wrecking coming out, and Eric Drew's potential victory has been put in jeopardy. Dario Sanchez gets completely spanked by Ricardo Vega under caution. Smith scraped the 49, and Christopher Abel and Harris Wales, top 5 cars, are involved in this wreck as Smith coming in from that. And Eric Drew, who had a 4-second lead with 11 laps to go, is now going to be challenged for a win once again. But there's a whole bunch of lap cars in between them. So Eric might have a good run that's put in the bag. Yeah, he might have a run. He might have this win in the bag. But we don't know. Anything can happen. I am looking for the 18 car because I don't know where to find anything. Okay, here we go. So the 18 just went 3 wide after the 9 got loose, and he tried to save it, but it did not work, and around they went. And as you can see, the 9 kept on going. The 18 had to completely turn around, and the 19 got completely dumped and spanked by Ricardo Vega in the 23. who was not running up front at all. So Eric Drew, if he gets past here, it could be game over for him, honestly, because no one's gonna be on the inside. It's all gonna come down to whether the six of Asher Byron can pass him, and it doesn't look like that's happening. As the green flag comes out with 7 laps to go, Eric Drew's gonna try his best to make sure he does get that win. As those 4 cars in between him and Reed are completely messing up the 48. Oh, look how slow Byron is. But now second place could change. So Reed already had a 1 second handicap to deal with on Drew. If Oddball, if he gets around the 97, that could mix things up. 6 laps to go, I don't think anything's changing. And if caution has to come out like this lap or later if we're gonna get another restart. So this is the last dash. And Reed gets passed by Xena for second, and around goes the 7. Is he gonna save? He's gonna send it up the track. He doesn't get dumped. Almost turned the 48 there. And gets passed by both Ammo Motorsports cars and completely gets back onto the right racing line before getting passed by a million cars. And now Eric Drew has a 2-second lead pretty much. And I told you keep an eye on the 17. I didn't think he'd be this close, but he's up to third. I don't think he's going to win this, but great run by him indeed after nearly getting involved in an accident while running in last. Speaking of which, that was almost an accident. Rutherford completely dumping the 4 of Sloan for the 26th. Actually, no. He's 2 laps behind him. I don't know what that was all about. James Carson coming in, and so does Harris Wales. So I guess they don't have enough fuel. But I don't think fuel mileage is going to be an issue. Meme gets around Kenny Rack. Kelvin Braun's moving into the top 5, but now Aiden Johnson has the potential to get a 5th place finish. But Adam Beverly to the inside looks like, what the heck, JoJo pitting? Why is there fuel mileage problems? Beverly to the inside. But as they come off the back, down the back stretch, Eric Drew's been screwed out of so many potential wins. But as they come off turns number 3 and 4, Eric Drew's going to see his first win of 2005 and the 11th of his career, and it comes at Dover over Zhong Zena and Jet Meme. And indeed, Aiden Johnson did just get a top 5. Adam Beverly finished 5th. Fred finished 6th. Good run by Ammo Motorsports, 7th, 8th. 9th goes to Art, and 10th, Anderson. 14 cars finished on the lead lap, which included someone that had no hood and was actually on pace, like a decent on pace. Great run. Great for Eric Drew, who now has a 1,000,000-point lead. And as you look at the results, he led 56 laps, 2 cautions for 6 lead changes. 56 laps led by Eric Drew. Christopher Abel, 16 laps led and finished 30th. Weeks led 4, and Xena led 4. So Xena did indeed finish 2nd, but just not on the 97's bumper. He completely got screwed in that pit stop. A 172-point lead with 9 top 10s. The only one person has more. 2 people have more than 5. Meme has 6, and Fred has 7. Bro has led 217 laps. No one else has 100. Oh man, he has only finished 703 laps. What? Anderson has the most laps completed. What? Poles is actually the 12. Weird not seeing the 14 up there. So, yep. Anderson moves it to 7th with that. Xena 8th. Beverly up to 10th. Wales 13th. Weeks fell down to 12th. Abel running decent in 16th. Monroe having a decent run in 23rd. He's actually the highest driver with no top 10s. He has no laps led either. The 2 champions of the series are running sub-top 25, so that's not a good sign. The highest rookie in the point standings is Kenny Rack, who sits 30th in points with his 1 top 5/top 10, which was the runner-up in the Daytona 500. Wow. Okay. Aiden Johnson with his fourth place finish moves up to 32nd. That was his first top 10/5. Kelvin's 33rd, while Rhodey is actually, I believe, Rhodey's 11th. Okay, that was Kelvin's first top 10. Flint Byron, did he make the race? No, I think he was the one that DNQ'd that I didn't notice. So he fell down even more. Jim Sales with his one win, which is his only top 10, is 35th with 61 laps led. And then, of course, Turner's the lowest full timer. And by the way, the double zero is coming in at Pocono next race with another driver in Gregory Hillington, who won a Whole Foods race, the last one he's ever been in. He actually won that race. Anyway, the next race is the Granger 500 at Pocono, not the Pocono 500. I changed the name. But I hope you guys like that video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.